But I'm gonna say this, and this is off topic. We gotta put some respect on DeMarcus now, because that nigga is cold. This nigga DeMarcus manages to be on all the power content creators channel. Watch Power clearly because he knows everybody's name on there from from top to bottom. He knows everybody's name. He knows the scenes when it happened, all that. So he managed to be on all our channels, watch the hell out of Power and other shows. He be telling me about other shows. Like, what is this man daytime job, bro? I'm just curious. This nigga is cold. As fans, we wouldn't have seen that coming either. The real end of Ghost, we saw it coming from Tariq. You know, I agree with that, but at the same time, um, yeah, you think he's still alive too? Yeah, I know. But at the same time, though, it's kind of crazy because I'm gonna say this. I remember when they first did the Who Shot Ghost thing, and it was some crazy stuff coming out, bro. Like some very crazy theories. And then Courtney Kent was telling us that it's one of the what was it, 7 people that they were showing us in the advertisement. But people were still saying people that wasn't part of the 7 because people just was all over the place trying to figure out who it was. And to be honest, this is just from me, from where I was sitting and what I was closely observing. Not too many people were saying Tariq. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of folks were saying. I heard people say Tasha, especially after episode 13 came out. A lot of people was riding with Tasha because they thought Ghost was saying let her go when Tommy was about to shoot Tariq for shooting Ghost, but he actually was saying let it go. And then they were saying, who else were they saying? I actually seen some people say it was Quentin. Like it was a couple, but it was crazy. That's all I did. It was a lot of people. But yeah, it's looking pretty. It's crazy. My live getting pretty dry. That's why Raising Canaan need to stop playing. That's what I do know. They needed to give us a trailer or something because my lives has been dry as hell since ain't no show airing. Like sometimes you get a few numbers and stuff, but it's like folks go back and review it later. But like it's like they don't actively be on here while I'm doing it. And then you got a lot of people that just come in and don't say that. They just be sitting there. I thought it was going to be Tariq. I felt like he was the only one to have meaningful character development after the kill. That do make a lot of sense, yeah. Because if it would have been any one of the others, what would have been the purpose and where would they have went from there? But at the same time though, we didn't know they were going to do a spinoff. So maybe they could have just, ended the show entirely after that. But yeah, he did have the most to gain from it for sure. All right, so looks like ain't nobody pretty much coming in right there, and this topic ain't too high. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. There go my boy Rasul. What's up, man? Salute to you, my boy. Thank you for coming in. Rasul, I'm pretty sure I think I seen you commented on the comment section for the Power Reloaded. So I'm getting folks' take on it. What do they think of it? Should I continue to do it? And after you give me your answer on whether or not you think I should continue to do it, um, what do you think of that particular ending? Let's just say the writers. Okay, cool. You said keep doing it. I figured you would. So, what do you think of that particular ending, though? Like, let's say the ending that I had, that would have been the actual ending. that was the actual ending for Ghost's character. Like he got taken out by Ramona, who so happened to be you know, Breeze's sister, or let's just say she got some kind of relation to him. Like she could have been his former lover or whatever. Yeah, and then because it's so many folks that just didn't like the ending of it, especially if that does turn out to be Ghost's actual ending. Like that would be so trash. But I'm gonna say this because this I'm pretty head over heels about, and I believe this is absolutely the truth. And let's just this is just going with let's just say if let's just say that Ghost is dead and not coming back. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin off to the next question. And this next question is well, the next topic, I'll say that. Well, we can do quiz today, but it's Ghost. All right, so that's the next one. Because this is what I think, it is. And like I said, if you're new and you just came in, please hit the like so we can get more attraction to the channel to come in for the live so I can get more responses. But you said drop the 2 episodes to the series. You talking about surreptitious, right? Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop episode 3 this week. So yeah, that'll be coming out Thursday probably. I'm aiming for because I'm gonna actually release a few more short clips today after I get off the live, and then maybe the day after, go ahead and release episode 3. And when I do, for the definitely for the people that's up in here, you know what I'm saying. Make sure y'all like, share, try to get it out there to as many people as possible. Cause I definitely got some expectations for the show and stuff like that, and to try to do a little bit more crowdfunding to raise so I can finish the rest of the series. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you, asking. Um, no, I didn't post 2. I released some clips to it, but I didn't put out the entire episode yet. The only episode that's actually out is the pilot episode. But and that was actually shot like 2 years ago. Uh, but yeah, so what else? Yeah, so the new topic though that I was saying is I actually believe that Ghost was supposed to be alive. Let's just say, and this is just going with let's say he actually is dead. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's supposed to have been alive regardless. But what happened was they couldn't come up with an agreement. Cause let's just say what 50 Cent said is the truth and he's just not trolling. Even though I think he is trolling. But let's just say that's the truth. And he actually thinks that Amari Hawkwood overvalues himself, then maybe that could be the reason why. Because you pay attention throughout book two, especially season one, two, they kept on doing things, leaving it for it to be an opening for a ghost to return if they needed to do so. And I think what it is that the negotiations just hadn't been made to terms yet. And then, of course, Amari Huckard himself came out with an interview saying that they reached out to him to come back. So that part has to at least be true. Or they just put in our leg and he actually is gonna come back. And then, like I said, 50 Cent just trolling to lead people into a different direction, knowing good damn well that nigga coming back. Cause said Ghost was supposed to die in season 5. True, he did say that. He said he was gonna be taken out. Go ahead and hit the like button for all the people that just came in, please. Go ahead and hit the like. But yes, that's true. I did see him say that Ghost was supposed to have been taken out in season 5 during the same shootout as Kanan, which would have been crazy. You know what, y'all? That should be another good topic. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. That's another good topic for the Power Reloaded series too. Ghost actually being taken out by the police along with Kanan. How would that scenario have played out? That would have been crazy. How y'all would see that playing out if he so happened to actually, because we know Kanan ended up shooting it out with the police and stuff. So what would have been the original script that they got into a situation that is both Kanan and Ghost having a shootout with the police and they both, got taken out? It would have gave Ghost a better ending for sure. You said they messed up the show, so you mean you mean they messed up the show with the end of the day ended up that they came up with, or they messed up the show with not paying Ghost? What exactly are you referring to? The scenarios they could have done, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do think that would have been kind of crazy if let's say the situation with Ghost being taken out by the police. I do think that would have been kind of crazy though. I don't know how that would have played out, but I am going to come up with a Power Reloaded episode for that to give y'all a scenario of if that was to have taken place, in my opinion, how it would have played out. I hope we see Panessa and Jerome in present day. Hmm. You know, that is it's not something that I really thought about, but yeah, that is that is crazy. To I mean, I wonder what kind of life Panessa would have had. And here's another one. Let's just say that, because a lot of people do believe that Unique is Breeze, right? So let's just say go with the scenario that he is. If he is if he is Breeze and Ghost is the one that took out Breeze, right? And Jerome. I mean, Ghost is the one who took out Breeze. Could it be possible that Panessa and Jerome might might have wanted some kind of revenge or something like that for it? That's another, plot that they could have went with. Maybe that happened, maybe it didn't, Maybe they did try that up in Power and Origins or something like that, and Ghost had to take them out in Origins. You just never know. But Panessa's character, especially judging by how she fumbled against Rock, she's not a killer. So I do think Unique is Breeze. That don't make sense to me. You don't think Unique? You saying you don't, or you do think he's Breeze? Don't. Okay. So you saying you don't think it because it don't make sense. So exactly what part are you saying don't make sense? Hmm. You think it don't make sense. But think about this though. Why if you don't think it makes sense for him to come back as Breeze, what do you can see as to be the reason that they bring Unique back? Because I mean, the way Ronnie beat his ass with that damn pipe like that. That's the purpose. They could have perfectly had him, actually been gone after that situation. So I would say, obviously, they have something big in store for him to actually come back from the dead like that. So, what do you think is their motive for keeping him around? I mean, they could be just doing that for another red herring situation, so that they can, lead people on and make them think, oh, it got to be him. Especially, they definitely knew what they were doing by putting them in dressed in all black because they knew we was gonna react that way. The truth is that anyone can be Breeze because we know very little about him. So Unique has just as much of a chance as anyone. I can say, judging by what the clues that we do know about him, he could fulfill a lot of those, you know, he could absolutely fulfill some of those things that they said about him being strong and not smart. I can say he fits that. And like I said, I just think he's gonna start acting a whole lot like his brother, Ronnie. Because Ronnie, folks say what they want. Ronnie, absolutely, you know, he definitely fit the description. 100%. Fuck, getting some kind of chat. Talk about it. The show was done for the season. That's why I think Unique is not Breeze. See, it was already done for the season. What do you mean? If you consider this name is dead in the streets, his physical body is now considered dead. Plus, with him having brain damage, that is actually a great setup for him to change his identity. Yeah, that is true. Having that brain damage, shoot, that nigga might forget that he unique and be like, Nick ain't my name no more, nigga. I'm Breeze. Yeah, I mean, you just never know. He might pull some bullshit like that. But so for the ones that seen my video saying that, let's say this B Rilla character Um, Rasul, since you're on the fence about Unique being him, um, what do you think about the theory that I had me that came from Demarcus that potentially B Rilla could turn out to be him? Because let's say B Rilla also is going to turn out to be D Wiz's brother. Because I think that's a really high possibility. Mm. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and spin to the next topic, probably. Even though y'all didn't really even the ghost bit alive, we didn't really talk that much on that. Oh shit. Mm. I guess I thought that. You said say that again. What say what again? Oh, I was just talking. I think you're referring to. I was just saying we didn't speak that much on the ghost was supposed to be alive, but stars couldn't come up with an agreement situation. Because I'm start like I said, I kind of think. What else, Cedric, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Oh, you said you were at work, but I have headphones in listening. But I'll throw something out there to talk about. Let's just talk Raising Canaan since this is the next series. I agree, bro. Season, because like for me, I'm gonna go all right. Which one is the best of the spinoffs? We can talk about that real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my answer. If you've been following my channel, you say I see the Breeze debate is still the hot topic. Yeah, Breeze whenever he, cause I'm telling y'all, he coming season 4. This is it. We're gonna finally get it. We're gonna finally get to put this thing to bed and figure out who's right and who's wrong. But yeah. And in my opinion, I think the trailer for Raising Canaan is coming. But real quick, I'm gonna do a separate one for just Raising Canaan. But I'm curious to know just for the people that's in here. I know my opinion. If you're in here, go ahead and just share your opinion. What's the best spinoff? In my opinion, is Raising Canaan, and I got a bunch of reasons why I believe that's the best one. But you got people that believe it's book 2. Honestly, though, I say the way book 2 ended, whether it was because of the council or whatever the reason, it still don't matter how it ended. I think that solidifies that Raising Canaan is the best one. Come on. But anyways, um, yo, why do I only go back to watch Power and none of the other series? Oh, so you're saying the only one that you go back to rewatch is the original Power? No, I can't say that. I go back and rewatch all of them. I obviously, as a content creator of the show, I kind of need to be very familiar with it. But even before I started doing Power content, I still did. But I will say this: I didn't watch Force. Force was the only one that I didn't do it with. Like I watched it one time and that was it because I underestimated Force. But then again, I originally thought the same thing about Raising Canaan until a friend of mine told me it was pretty good. She disagreed with me when I said it was mediocre. But when it's crazy. After that rewatch, I was like, bro, what was I paying attention to? I don't know if I was half asleep or whatever, but Raising Canaan was damn good. So, and then that's when I started being super excited for season three to come out. Season three was great. And I was like, yeah, that's the best one. But because I was honestly sold over, I was sold that it was book two. Let's see. You said Raising Canaan is the best one by far. He said Raising Canaan. I agree. Season one of Force was dry. Yeah, you know what? How many times? I'm gonna ask you this: how many times did you see season one of Force? Because because I gotta say, for me, after the first watch, I thought the same thing that it was dry and it wasn't that good. But I rewatched it this year actually, and season two, and it was much better than I thought it was originally. Four times, I actually like it. You watch. Hold on. You said four times, so you actually like it. You watched what four times? So, but you only watched it once though. Is what I'm asking, right? Like the entire series, like season one, you only watched it once. Oh, okay. So you watched season one of Force like four times. Okay. So you got some love for Force. See, yeah, see right. So that's what I'm saying. I figured you only watched it once, because that's how I felt originally, only watching it once too. But after I rewatched it, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I slept on Force a little bit. It's better than I thought. But at the end of the day, though, it's still the weakest one. Like I always originally thought it was the weakest one, and I still do believe it's the weakest one. And I think the reason why is because they have the overall weakest actors, in my opinion. Um, they have the weakest writing because all of the writing has been extremely predictable for me. Like literally watching Force, I was able to predict everything. Like I wasn't doing content during Force season one and two, but if I was, I would have had you would have seen I would have been given everything right for that one. Okay, you said big clue. If you go back to the beginning of season one, Unique and Buck 20 was very close. Buck 20 was around Kanan's age. Unique always acted like a big brother. Those said Bruce was a brother to him. Okay. Like I said, I for those that saying that is unique, you won't get no pushback from me because I think it's a high probability that it is. If like they said you gotta bet on it right now, who do you think it is? And this is going with that is somebody that we already know about, including B Rilla, because although we haven't seen him on screen yet, we know that his character is coming, you know. So if they said you have to pick someone, it's somebody they telling us it's one of the characters you already know about. I probably would go with Unique because I just think it makes the most sense, but you just never know. Probably with a lot of still the weakest one out of the three. Yeah, it is. Because like I say, it's just too predictable. They don't have no plot twists really. Like exactly what you think is going to be, that's what it is. So, with that being said, I think we covered that. So, go ahead before we leave this topic though. Give me an order. What do if y'all had to rank all of them? And this we're not talking about the original Power because I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna say the original Power is the best. Just book two, three, and four. Give me the order. Matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do because I'll give y'all mines too. Give me the order of the spin-offs that you thought, including influence, even though we didn't get influence. Um, when they first announced all the spin-offs, what was your order that you thought it was going to be? Like which one was going to be the best ones that you was looking forward to the most? And then give your order of what's the actuality. Obviously, we can't give influence a ranking on that because we influence never aired. But you know, I'll go ahead and give y'all mine. When it first came out and they was announcing the spinoffs, um, I thought, give me a second, let me go ahead and turn this light on now because it's like the daylight then went out now. All right. But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying though, when they first announced them, I was thinking like the first one would be the best one was gonna be Force. That's what I said. I was like, well, it got Tommy, you know, Tommy's journey and stuff after Ghost. I just thought, with mostly just because Tommy was in it, it was going to be the strongest one. Second, I was like, okay, the second best one is probably going to be, I think I had Raising Canaan as number two. No, actually, yeah, Raising Canaan is number two. So I said Force, Raising Canaan, then Book Two, and I thought Influence was going to be the weakest one because I just was like, how are they going to write a show with revolving around with Shad Tate? And this is me underestimating the writing of Power because they did fairly well with the ones that they did release. Now, actuality, now that we actually got them, my order is Raising Canaan, Book Two, and Forces last, which is crazy because it was damn near that the exact opposite. So there's my order. What is y'all's? So Golson said Ghost, Force, Raising Canaan, then Influence. So that's what you originally thought it was going to be. Got you. And the reality is Raising Canaan, Ghost, then Force. So we agree on what the reality is. And for me, Ghost, for me, the reason why I just couldn't see a show, being revolved around Tariq. That's just what it was for me. Probably because I was still bitter about him being the one to shooting ghosts and stuff. I was like, nah, bro, they ain't about to sell that crap to us and sold that shit to us. Okay, so you said I'm supposed to, how great of a show Raising Canaan is. It's the best by far, for sure it is. Yeah, I thought Force was going to be the best because there was so much hype around Tommy having his own show. Yeah, that's what it was. And then here's another thing, and I don't know if y'all agree with this or not. Y'all can give me you guys' opinions on this. I figured out. I think Tommy's character, the way his character is written, is better suited being a number two guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a support character. Not saying the actor Joseph Sakura isn't good enough to be the lead of the show, but I just think the way they develop Tommy's character is better fit with him supporting another, character. Now, y'all can give me y'all opinion on that, but that's kind of what I think. is another reason that the show may have potentially. I don't know if I want to say struggled because I think it still was a success, but not not being as good as the other shows. Rasul said Power, Raising Canaan, um, Power Book Two, then Force. So that's your order for how good it was, how the shows are in reality. Yeah, so it seems like it's unanimous on what the shows are in reality right here. But so what you said? What was your expectation though, Razul, when it first came out? You said Forrest Tommy didn't have a wingman. Yeah, he didn't have a reliable wingman. That's for sure. Like Diamond is cool and all, but you know, I just don't think their characters together is strong enough to really give us that Ghost and Tommy feel. But it's kind of crazy though, because or wait, I guess you can say the two biggest characters for book two is Tariq and Braden, and they personalities is totally different. I guess that's why too, because they got really different personalities. And see, Ghost and Tommy, they were like they had like opposite personalities too. Um, Diamond and Tommy, like Diamond is like pretty chill, calm dude. Definitely can pop off if we need to. And Tommy's this crazy psychotic, guy. And I don't know, cause but Tommy's calling the shots. See, Ghost was the guy that was calling the shots in Power. And I think that resonates with us a little bit more because you got the one that's smarter that thinks everything out, opposed to the one that's strong, but he don't particularly think things out the way he should. I agree. People don't want to admit that Tommy is much better sidekick than he is being. Exactly, bro. And there's really nothing wrong with that. Like I said, this is no knock at the actor Joseph Sakura. Like this is no disrespect to his character, but it's just how the character Thomas Patrick Egan Terezi was written. He's better fit as a wingman, like the supporting guy, the sidekick. And that's why it would another because a lot of people were saying, what reason do people have to bring back Ghost? That's the reason because they were better fit together like that. Tommy doesn't have that guy to really feed off of. What exactly do you mean it don't fit? What doesn't? Damn, I'm about to miss out on this shit. All of them is at 4 too. Let me hurry. Okay, you said it don't fit. That's what Ben did. This tripping. Think I might go ahead and spin to the next subject. This is probably gonna be the last one. I was tripping, but how the hell is not? Okay. So who's all still up in here then? Because no one said nothing since then. That was hella creative with your last video, Ghost Reloaded. Fire content. Appreciate that, bro. Um, I mean, if you want to, you can get the back end of the topic we're talking about. Basically, speaking about what we think was the best spinoff, and what was your expectations when they first came out? Like we're ranking them. Like my order when they first was introducing the spinoffs was I thought Force was going to be the best, then Raising Canaan, then Book Two, then Influence. But in reality, it seems like it's Raising Canaan, Book Two, then Force. You can give your order too. Go ahead and comment if you're still up in the comment sections for me. Hit one if you're still here. You know, YouTube be playing with them numbers. They stay doing that crap. I don't know why they be hating like that. I like OG because I watched over 6 times. Then Raising Canaan because it's close as we was going to get to origin story then. Yeah, we wasn't. I forgot to mention excluding the original power because we all know that's the best one. We were talking about just the spin-offs. All right. So you said they'll say, then I'll say ghost, then force. Wait, so you're saying ghost is the best one, then force, and raising Canaan is last? Make the video about what support? Okay, got you. Well, raising Canaan because it gives you that paid in full. Okay, so you're saying raising Canaan is the best. Cool. And then late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, that's another thing too, bro. It's like it's something about that 90s for me, that 80s, 90s thing. Cause with I love the classics with the music, as far as the soundtracks and stuff that be up in it. So that's another thing that I rock with. Do a video on Force being the bottom shelf. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure. Let me go ahead and add that to my list. Uh, okay, let's see. Yeah, because I'm you missed the support when I was talking about it, but yeah, for me, in my opinion, it's just that Force is the weakest because it's got the weakest writing. To me, it got the weakest actors, and it just it's predictable. Like I was able to predict it very fairly easily. Okay, so the last topic that we're gonna transition over to though is we're just gonna generally just speak on raising Canaan and what to expect. Oh, I got your message. All right. Okay, you said the Diana is the new Monet with parallels to rock one. Remember, you right. I need to do that one. I definitely need to do that one. That's one I supposed to did, and I didn't get around to it. You know what? I'm gonna try to go ahead and make it tonight and put it out there. All right, put it on my list. People shit on book two, but nobody hardly talks about force like that. That's true, but I just think that's because let me see what is the reasoning for that. I would say that's probably because for one, Force only has 2 seasons so far, and we've gotten 4 from book 2. So That's one of the reasons. And book two is just way more popular. You know, it got much bigger actors. And of course, it's like the show that basically came directly book from the original Power. I mean, of course, Tommy is from the original Power too, but he's the only character that's that's on Force from the original, outside of Liliana. But you know, Liliana was just a very small character for a very small time during the original. But yeah, you're right though, because book Force is absolutely the weakest one. I actually was in a group and folks was talking about this and folks. Actually, I think on my channel there was a couple people doing this too. Was saying that Force is the strongest one. I'm like, I don't know how y'all saying that because I don't know what y'all saying. Like I said, it was better than I originally gave it credit for when I rewatched it, but it's still the weakest one. That's no question. Forces also didn't do that good following up OG Power or connecting to book two. Forces still way behind timeline wise. Yeah, that's true too. And then it also has zero crossovers so far. Like I do think they're gonna change that this season. I think Tariq and Braden, potentially even Kane as well, maybe Effie, will cross over book book four this time, to Force. Well, I say we got Blanca crossed over. That's the only one, which is crazy. Who gives a damn? Who wants to see Blanca? No one. But maybe they have their reasons for doing that. But yeah, so it'll definitely be cool for Tariq them to come over to Force. That's true. She is one of the OGs. Blanca was first introduced to us season 5. Yeah. So she's been on the show since season 5 of the original Power. Blanca was pretty good. She was annoying, but now I was about to say she's the most annoying, but now definitely not. She she's not even in the same league as Sax and John. Even though John Mock was only on the show for like 2 seasons, John Mock was doing the number two. Actually, he was on there 3 seasons because I think he first showed up in season 4. I still can't get over how Sax lasted this long. I never expected him to go. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but to me, um, I think season 3. You know what? Let's do this. I got a new topic. Scratch this Raising Canaan one. What was the best? And now I'm talking about only this. You know what? Now, including the original Power as well. What was the greatest episode of the Power universe? What episode? And I would love to hear y'all opinion on that. And then I'll give mine as well. But I want to hear y'all's first. But if I mess up this spelling one more time, it's crazy. There we have it. That's the new topic. I know what comes to mind for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got a question for the Raising Canaan topic real quick. Okay, I'll answer that. Is Marvin and Raisin and Rock dying this season? So, in my opinion, I already said this in a previous video. I think both of them has a possibility. I think Lou is safe. Now, obviously, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, as we currently stand, I think Lulu is safe. And the reason why is because I told you I believe he's going to turn out to be Ghost Dad. A lot of people telling me I'm wrong with that, but I'm still sticking with it. And if that's the case, I think Raising Canaan will conclude with the death of Ghost's father. So now to Rock and Marvin. I think this particular season is going to be a very, very rough season for Rock. Like, I don't think she's going to get many wins this season because she done did so much BS throughout her years, and I think it's all going to be coming back to hunt her. That's the reason why in the teaser trailer, 50 Cent, he's talking about um, the things, looking back on the things that you've done. At the time, it seemed like it was nothing, but then you realize it mean everything. So I believe he's saying that in this new season, the what's going to be happening is we're going to be all the things that people characters did, whether it was good or bad in their past, is going to be coming back and hitting them in the face. So Rock, we know the shit she did is bad. She ain't did too much good. So I think, like I said, I think the people that she snitched on is gonna find out she snitched on them. They're gonna find out that Kanan is Howard's dad. Like, I think a lot of stuff is gonna come back. And the Buck 20 situation, the Wiz situation, all of that is potentially going to be on the table. I think this coming season for Rock. And I think it's gonna make it very hard for her to make it out alive. Because I understand Rock is the face of Raising Canaan right now, but I do think something has to happen so that they can transition over to Canaan. So we don't had 3 seasons already dominated by Rock. So I think it's possible they may knock Rock off this season, and then now you get to see Kanan run stuff for like a season. Season 5, transitioning over to Origins later on. So to me, I think it would make sense. Now, as far as Marvin, he's very much like, because this goes back to those parallels, right? So our character is very similar to Tension, all fashions too. So with that being said, it's possible Marvin may make it out. I think. But if I'm gonna give it a caveat, if he does get taken out, I would say it's gonna be related to the mob. That's my opinion on him. Let's see what else we got here. So the topics you said: Ghost 208 and Power 210 was some of the craziest episodes. So Ghost 208. Let me try to remember what was 208 was when Carrie died, right? Carrie, that's when Monet set her up to look like she committed suicide in 208. So let's make sure we're talking about this right episode. Because to me, me personally, don't think that's one of the greatest episodes. So let's make sure that's the episode you are talking about. Now, as far as Power, the original Power, the finale, that was pretty damn good. I agree with that. That was pretty good. Do I think arguably the greatest episode? Probably not. But however, I do think season 2 was the best season of the original Power. That's my opinion. And we can make that another topic too later on. But yeah, my opinion, I think season 2 was probably the best season. Um, you said 508 and okay. 508 was pretty good. The Death of Canaan. Yep. Um, I think 508 probably does make my top five greatest episodes of the Power Universe. Um, will I say it's number one? Maybe not. Cause look, this is how I look at the episodes. The acting, the writing, the plot twist, was it predictable? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, normally the ones that the greatest episodes is gonna have a big death. So, um, how was they saying? Was it predictable? Things in that nature. So, with all of that being in there, obviously 508 qualifies because I didn't see Kanan's death coming until the police thing was happening. Like, wow, damn, Kanan up out of here. You know. Um, so let me hold on. Let me go ahead and give a couple more answers. Read a couple more, and then I will give you all mine. I think Kanan will be the not the only not getting any consequences. I think he will be good far as his name in the streets because everyone in the OG Power knew him as Stark. Yeah, and I like I told you, I believe Lou's thing is going to be that when they saying things you did in the past, you thought it was nothing. I'm telling you, it's going to be he had unprotected sex with a girl, and he's going to find out later on that she's going to come back with that child on that nigga, and it's going to be Ghost. But yeah, and Mecca's robbery for the ring. Got it. Okay, that did happen that episode. Still don't think it's in the top. Honestly, I don't even think I'll put that in the top five for me. I'll give a top five once I'm done reading everybody's responses. I think season five was the darkest season for the original Power. Season five was the darkest season. Let's see. Let's see. Could be. Yeah, because a lot of betrayals. It's crazy because season six was the one, they was pushing saying the final betrayal, but season five kind of fulfilled that a little bit more because everybody was betraying everybody in season five. Because let's see, you can go down and start from the beginning. Dre betrayed Ghost now with what he did, trying to get, almost got, trying to let Tariq out to die. And then Alicia betrayed her brother Diego. Um, Tariq betrayed Kanan. Um, and I mean, I guess you can make an argument that Ghost betrayed Tommy a little bit to have because he had him kill his dad, but we know the reason why he did that. And then of course Tommy low key betrayed Ghost too because he tried to kill him. So yeah, and then the episode 8 was dark. The season 5 was dark because it was a lot of. Let's see, we lost Kanan. Angela got shot. She technically didn't die into season 6, but still, she was shot in season 5. Who else big was taken out season? I mean, Diego was out of here season 5. Who else? Hmm. I think that's all the big ones, or am I tripping and missing someone? Let's see. Salute King. Stay safe. See you soon. About to watch my Knicks versus Orlando. All right, man. Appreciate you stopping through. Catch you next time. Season 6 was the ultimate betrayal. Tariq turned into Damien Oman. Yeah, but I don't know if I can just say that was a betrayal like that. But I guess Kanan's death kind of hurt Power for me. Yeah. Ultimate betrayal for book two is that the show got canceled. uh, yeah, the damn show itself betrayed us. Ray, Raina. Right now, Ray, and Raina died in season four, though. Yeah, that was season four. So let me go ahead and give, let me see, a top greatest episodes. And in my opinion, that is 508 is definitely in there. Um, Honestly, I like the last episode of see, I mean not last episode, episode 10 of season six. Cause that's when Ghost was just going hard on everybody, talking this shit. You know what I'm saying? So season six was pretty big for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean season episode 10, season six was might make my top five. Um Also, and to me, arguably could have been the best. And I want to hear y'all opinions on this. Could have been the best. You said Jukebox was going to be the one to kill Raina instead of Ray Ray originally. Yeah, which is crazy. It would have honestly that would have been much bigger if that could have happened. Hey, I got to make Power Reloaded episode of that because that would have been crazy. But yeah, so um, but yeah, here's another one that two more for me. But this is one I think ain't nobody talking about it. But to me, I thought this episode was amazing. It's arguably as why if I can think off the top of my head, was the best episode. And I'm talking about including the original Power. And this comes from book two. Um Episode 308. And that's when Sax was taken out. I think that episode was beautifully written. Sax's death, how it happened and stuff, it wasn't predictable. It came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? How it happened. I just thought it was on point. That episode was really good. And it's crazy because I remember looking on Facebook and a lot of people were saying that. I was like, bro, this damn near the best episode I ever seen of Power. And I agree. I was like, yeah, this episode was really goddamn good. I also will give I also will give this past season of Ghost, episode 9, some love because Monet's thing was pretty good going out. That episode was pretty solid. And let's see, I want to see, but this sure Raising Canaan had some damn good episodes too. Um, Honestly, 305 for Raising Canaan was pretty solid too. Brothers and Keepers with when Ronnie alleged killed Unique. Good episode, but it would have hit harder if Redman had played David's brother. Would have made David being hurt by his brother death hit more. That is absolutely the truth. I agree with that. Yep. I'm trying to remember. Was it? And let me know if you know. Support. What was the reason why Redman didn't come back? I think I remember hearing it, but I can't remember at the moment. What's the reason that Redman didn't come back to the show? Got it. Didn't want to take that jab. I feel it, bro. I feel you on that, red man. Don't let that BS take you out because I didn't take it either. So didn't. That was a big thing for actors, y'all. For real. Or just people who worked in the business, period. Like they was pushing that bullshit heavy. And I was like, hell no. Nah. Because that shit was wrong, bro. Folks say whatever they want. First, because the government was lying their ass off during that time. Because how I was looking at it, I was like, bro, this shit is as bad as y'all saying it is, especially here in LA, as many homeless folks as we got, them folks weren't doing no six distance, no staying uh, no 6 feet away from people. They were all over the place and stuff like that, still doing their same activities, and they weren't dying. It was more to it to what they were saying, but they were trying to get us to get that for some reason. And then it turned so many folks against each other too. It was a sad situation. So yeah, I definitely understand because he ain't the only one too. It was a couple of people, actors, that turned down big time roles because of that. I haven't took a shot since the pandemic started. My family takes vitamin C's every day. Yeah, because this is my thing. It's just I agree that I just think it shouldn't have been like if people want to take it because they feel like the best thing for their family. But don't force other folks to have to say they can't work and they can't feed their family because they didn't take something that you think that they need. Said Paul Millsap retiring. I thought that nigga been retired. Plus, you never know what they putting in them needles. Not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist. No, so I agree with you. You don't know what the hell they put in. You gotta trust them. And to me, the government just ain't been trustworthy as of late. So hell no. Yeah, I ain't trusting y'all to put something in my body and I don't know what it is. All right. I know I said this was the last one, but here's another one. What was the greatest season of a power universe? The best season. Or you know what? Each spinout, what was their best season? Let's do that. Each power one. For me, the original power, the best season was two. Book two, the best season was probably three. Raising Canaan, the best season was probably three. Book four, and we only have two seasons so far with that one. The best season was the second one. Y'all can share y'all opinion on that too. We said Power. Oh, okay. So you think season 6 was the best one? Ghost season 2. Hmm. I thought about season 2 too for Ghost, but I think 3 probably got it because to me it had the best episode. Like to me, 308 was definitely the best episode of it. Raising Canaan 1 and so the first season of Raising Canaan and for Forces 2. You know what? Raising Canaan first season was good, bro. It was. How we discovered that Howard was Kanan's dad. Yeah, that shit was good. You might be right about that. So you said, hold up. You said for OG Power is season 5? Mm. I think OG Power probably gave us the best cliffhanger. I mean, season 5 in the OG Power probably did give us the best cliffhanger for sure. Mm. For the next show with Tariq, I hope there's no more love dramas. If Tariq has a love interest, should just be Diana or nobody at all. Because what hurt the show was flip flopping with the woman. It did start to become more like a soap opera for sure. Forced the ending is the best season. Tommy deserves better. Season 1 of OG Power is peak. A lot of people do like the first season. And the first season was good, but I just don't think it's the best one. So let me go ahead and ask y'all this now. What is the weakest season of the OG Power? Raising Canaan season 3. Okay. Book 2 season 1 was the only time Tariq was actually main focus. Season 2, 3, and 4 were just to hottest focus on, and Tariq was pushed to the side as a side hit. You ain't lying. It did seem that way. Go season 3. I'll say this, support. Maybe we can agree on this. Um, Perhaps season 3 of Ghost was the best season, but but season 1 of Ghost was you know what I'm saying, was the best written one because Tariq's character was way more realistic, you know what I'm saying, in season 1. So Ghost, and you saying season 4 was the weakest one of OG Power? Hmm. So Sonny, you're saying that the season which is that Hollywood's kicked out, which is season 3, hurt the show. And back to Ghost. You know what's crazy, bro? I originally thought that season 4 was the best season of the original Power. And then after rewatching it and stuff a couple more times, I kind of transitioning over to season 2 for me. And you know, a lot of people shitted on season 6, but I think season 6 was a lot better than folks gave it credit to. Granted, we didn't like the ending, and there's still a couple of things on there that I didn't like too. I must say, like I still don't agree with how they took out Benny. That was some bullshit. That like they could have did that better. But if I had to pick it, I would say the weakest season for me was probably season 3. That's my opinion. Excuse me. Tariq didn't catch any bodies like he said he would in season 4. It was supposed to be this war against Nova and the hottest, and it lasted for one episode. That showed it you. Kane, Noma, they all got to get it. And then none of them folks get it. That shit crazy as hell. But look, that goes back to my theory, bro, that I was saying that they may have reshot some of that shit once they found out it was canceled. Because none of that shit lined up, bro. And that was just introducing characters just to kill them. Like, I'm still disappointed in how they did Zion. But look, I think the whole panel, everybody that's on here, we can definitely agree that season season 4 of Ghost was the weakest season, right? Dealing with Ghost, season 4 was definitely the weakest season. The only one that got it was Zion. He had nothing to do with the war. Right. And he wasn't even Tariq's target. He had to do it for Diana. Yeah, season 4 in Ghost was weak as weak as up for it to be a final season slash series finale season. Right. But I would say that's originally because it didn't supposed to be. And they had to do a bunch of switching and flip flopping and bunch of bullshit basically. Zion should have been way more important since he's supposed to be an OG that knew who Ghost and Tommy were. He would have taught Braden and Tariq how to fight in the clips. Yes, bro. Yes. I get it that you're rushing it because this is the last season and stuff and it got canceled or whatever, if that was the case. But still, you should have made it so Zion can survive. Like you gotta realize who your big players are. Who will the fans gravitate around the best? Like, cool, you kept Carter around, but yeah, they should have kept Zion too, bro. The honest target for Tariq could have been someone else. Why Zion? Right, definitely should have. Because, like I said, his character was grown. It would have been much better for the show, for the viewers, for the fans, if he was still around. And then you got him mentioning Ghost, mentioning Tommy and all that, and then we don't get no explanation, nigga just get killed. And they made Zion get beat in his own crib by Kane. That was crazy. Now that was crazy. Like I'm a Kane fan, but bro, come on, ain't nobody buying that. So this nigga Kane just whooped Zion like that. They talk about he's this tough ass fighter and stuff like that. This nigga Kane beat the brakes up. This thing, you peep Ghost and Zion had that same type of wing on their back. No did he? uh I really didn't, to be honest. I ain't pay attention to that shit. Kane is Power's version of Batman at this point. He can get shot and then disappear like Danny Phantom. Yep, that nigga tough out here. These far shoes, my bang, well made it. Yo, it's like poker and one of the things I hated in season 4 was that Kane had to be on the run. Could have had him get Noma a different way, or he gets arrested after killing her. Yeah, him getting arrested would have been better, kind of. But maybe I'm gonna give the writers, a little bit of grace. Maybe they got a good reason why they chose the on the run route opposed to, you know, him actually getting arrested. But how they did it was trash. Like the nigga just disappeared. Whew. Let's see. Been at it out what an hour 45. Now if that Raising Canaan doesn't drop tomorrow in January or March, I'm gonna assume the show is canceled too. Hey, that'd be so crazy if that happened, bro. They better not cancel that shit. Like, you know how much money they'll lose for that? But my prediction is I think they're gonna give us a trailer next week. That's what I'm predicting. They are taking too damn long. You ain't lying about that. But I think it just stars airing that other show, and then they typically give us the trailer a month before the show is coming. So I'm guessing that's what it is. B really could still be Breeze, but related to Scrappy. Hey, I was gonna. That's something I was gonna do, Dale. I was thinking that let's also explore that Scrap was actually taken out and there was no justice done too. That's another thing that could come back to hunt Rock that I didn't mention yet, but it should be addressed. That um that Scrap was killed and nobody, and of course Rock was behind that, and nothing was done about it. So B really being related to Scrap, and then turns out to be Breeze. I can see that possibly. After all, people gonna forget power even exists. After a while, maybe if he related to Scrappy, he could kill Lou. Because remember, Kanan don't know who killed Scrap or his mom. Also, remember Lou confessed when he was drunk. Yeah, we got. It depends on if she maybe that mom told a couple of other people, afterwards before Lou was able to take her out. No, Lou confessed to him that he was the one who took out D Wiz. He didn't say nothing about because at that time he hadn't taken out Scrap Mom, and he didn't tell. He also didn't tell Kanan that it was Rock who took out Scrap. Nah, he never confessed about the Scrap situation. Because think about this: when he confessed about D Wiz, this was episode one. Scrap Mom didn't die until what episode? Episodes that he took Scrap Mom out, like seven, maybe 6, 7, something like that. Yeah, he never confessed to that. I'm telling you that now. Right, Dale. Who did who like that? Did you and everyone like this about Lou? I think Rock is ruthless, so they won't show her remorseful. What, like, you're asking, did we like that he confessed to Kanan? Or you about him being a drunk, or what exactly are we talking about? Every character in Power Universe has hallucinations. Ghost, Tommy, and Monet also had hallucinations. It's Gil and Tariq. True. No, I'm asking, do y'all like that Lou is the only one in Canaan having these hallucinations slash regrets? I mean, me personally, I never really thought about it, but shoot, I guess sure. I mean, I don't think it'd be a good idea that a bunch of people will be doing it. In Lou's case, he only sees hallucinations when he drinks. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say he was recovering from a hangover when he had the hallucination in the jail cell. How come Marvin and Rock don't have flashbacks slash regrets? That's because Rock ignorant as hell. She heartless. All right, though, y'all. I was only planning on being on here for like 2 hours this time anyway. But yeah, definitely, was a great time interacting with everybody, sharing their opinions and stuff about the show and stuff like that. So, much appreciated for everybody who stopped through. Probably will do, like I've been saying, I'm going to frequently start doing a lot more lives and stuff like that. And probably, for some of the people that think the lives are too long, start chopping the lives up, like some of the live topics and stuff that we kind of have. I can chop it up and then put it out there so folks can just go right to it for that particular topic. That's why I kind of started, branching them out in topics so I can go right to it for the people that may be interested in this particular thing and then put it out there for them. Uh, yeah, thanks, bro. I appreciate you too. Every time you stop through, it's love because you can be doing other things with your time, but you decide to come and rock it with your boy. Much appreciated, bro. Like I said, I probably will do one tomorrow too, but just pay attention to the community when I'll be posting to letting folks know I'm going it. So you'll know for sure whether or not I'm going live or not then. But yeah, about to go ahead and jump up off here. Got a couple other things that I got to do, a couple more prepping, and release a couple more clips from the surreptitious. If y'all haven't seen that yet, go ahead and take a watch to it. The pilot episode is out, and I'll be releasing episode 2 later this week. So yeah, pretty much that's all I got for this particular live. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, and I'm gonna have to catch y'all